A Jewish man was traveling on a trip from Jerusalem to Jericho, and he was attacked by bandits. They stripped him of his clothes, they beat him up, and they left him half dead beside the road. By chance, a priest came along, but when he saw the man lying there, he crossed to the other side of the road and he passed him by. A temple assistant walked over and looked at him lying there, but he too also passed by on the other side. Then a despised Samaritan came along, and when he saw the man, he felt compassion for him. Going over to him, the Samaritan soothed his wounds with olive oil and wine and bandaged them. Then he put the man on his own donkey and he took him to an inn, where he took care of him. The next day he handed the innkeeper 2 silver coins, telling him, "Take care of this man. If his bill runs higher than this, I will pay you next time I'm here." Here's what I want to say to you tonight. I want to bring you in on something that we've been doing here in this ministry for a couple weeks, and I want to just share with you the heart behind it, and I want to just encourage you with it. The first thing I'm going to say is this. Every night when you and I lay our head down on a pillow, there are 10,000 homeless men, women, and children every night right here in Houston, Texas. 10,000. 2,500 of those are children. Now, I don't know about you, but we here at Underground as a ministry and as a team, we just decided that that's not okay. That is not okay. And so we started thinking and we started praying and we started just pulling things together and pulling people together going, what can we do? How can we fix this? We can't save the world. We know that. We've got to be realistic. But what can we do to maybe just make a dent in this terrible statistic for the kingdom? And so Megan, our missions leader, and our team started working, and we came across this mission called the Mission of Yahweh. And we found that these guys have committed their lives to taking in women and children, to shelter them, to feed them, but then to take these women and to train them, to teach them skills so that they can go back out into the world and they can begin working and they can raise money for their families. And we found this organization. We thought, man, this has got to be the place. And then we found some statistics. I want to share them with you. For the Mission of Yahweh in 2010, in 1 year, they had 24,420 people stay in their facility in 1 year alone. 40% of those were under 12. Now, what's even cooler is 47 of the women that went into this facility just for 1 year came out and had a job. 47 homeless women left and had a job to raise money for their family, and 5 of them enrolled back in school. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that's cool. That's really cool. And so we started looking around going, this is it. This is the organization. What can we do? And then we came to the second statistic. And from January to December, just in 2010 alone, 4,918 women and children were turned away due to lack of beds. And so we go, that's it. We can't save the world. We can't feed them all. But we can do something about a lack of bed. We can do something about that. And so we banded together and we pulled all of our resources and a lot of genius people that I was not included in that. This came up with this project and we called it the 127 Watch Project. And the idea is that you donate $20 to the Mission of Yahweh so that we can go and buy beds. Now here's the thing. We're not just buying 1 bed or 2 bed or 3 bed or 5. We want to buy 40 brand new twin-size beds for this mission so that that number never has to be said again. And so we created the 127 Watch Project. And so the idea is you give $20 to us, to the Mission of Yahweh, and in reward, or in appreciation, better words, we give you a watch. Now, some of you guys may have seen these. Go ahead and raise your hand if you have one of these. Just raise it in the air. Or if you have 2, that's awesome. But these are them. These are the 127 watches. And so the idea is, and this is what we want you to hear, you're not buying a watch. You're donating to a group of people that desperately need it. And in return, we're just saying thank you. And so we created this project and we started banding together. And in one night, 2 weeks ago, we, for the most part, sold out of 100 watches just in one night right here at Underground. Now that's pretty cool. You can clap for that. That's okay. But here's the thing. We're not done yet. 40 beds, that's a lot. It's a lot of money. I won't even share with you the outrageous number that is. And so we've gotten more. But what I want to challenge you with tonight is this. And that parable, the problem wasn't ministry. See, the priest and the temple assistant, they were on their way to do ministry. But they saw this helpless man on the side of the road, and they saw him as interference of their ministry instead of the object of their ministry. And if I could be honest with us tonight, I think most of us would love to say we are more like the Good Samaritan. Man, we do, and we, as much as we can for the people and for all, I think most of us would like to raise our hand in that moment. But if we could be honest, let me challenge you with this. Compassion is not watching a video and getting teary-eyed, or hearing about an organization that needs help and praying that they get it. Compassion is rolling up your sleeves and saying, I'm going to do something about it. That I want to jump on board, that I want to be a part, and I want to do whatever it takes so that I can be a small part of making a dent into a scary statistic. Jesus' response after telling this parable to these guys, he said this, now which of these three men would you say was the neighbor to the man who was attacked by bandits? And the man replied, the one who showed him mercy. Then Jesus said, yes. Now go and do the same.